Hi, people. This is Nettie again. Okay, I want to talk about the State of the Union, the speech that Trump said. I think he did a marvelous job. Yes, he is a very intelligent person. I wish he was my family. Maybe he could give me some of his intelligence. He has done so much things for the United States. He has raised up the black community. He has given help to the illegals. I think he's going to give them Medicaid. He has done so many things that he talked about, and I love that he brings people and tells them, about like the little girl that's 2 years old now, and she had 1 pound and she survived. That is awesome. How he brought the economy up to of the state, that was awesome too. And all these things that he has done too. I don't know why in the States people are after him. It's like they can't stand him, the Democrats. I know he's a good worker, and I think that's why it's killing them. Or are they afraid that he might start to investigate? The guy is very smart. The other thing is that, but there's a but in all this. That's what I want to say. There's a but. Let me get into the real nitty gritty. The Americans, everybody over there says, we the Americans, we proud, we this, we that. Come on, if you're proud, how can you have Americans in an island, how you call it, not having no much of benefits? No much of benefits. We don't have hardly no jobs. We are what they call the black sheep of the family. Yes, the black sheep of the family. We, and I'm not saying this because I'm a full-fledged Puerto Rican, none of that. I'm a New Yorican. I was born in Brooklyn, with parents that are from Puerto Rico. I came when I was a teenager. They took me around the island and this and that. I saw so much beauty in here. But I want to get married to a New Yorican because I wasn't used to the food, not that the food tastes good. It's just that the idea of me for lunch eating rice and dinner eating rice, it wasn't into me. For lunch, I always like to eat a sandwich or something like that. So I want to have somebody that compels with me, matches with me, which I did. And I married in the States. I met him in the States. And we moved to Puerto Rico, Throughout the years, is that I have an allergy. Throughout the years, we how you call it? We received a house. My mom's inheritance. She decided to give it to me because of my disability. She wanted me to be okay. So how you call it? So we have a house. One time I wanted to go back to the States because things are it's not the same as in the States. But what happens? I don't pay rent. I don't pay anything. So if I go to the States, I will have to pay $1,000 of house. How you call it? And all these stuff. We're going to be the same as over here. I'm going to do all that work just to be tight. So I must be tight here. At least I know they can't kick me out of the house, But I say if we are Americans, yeah, Puerto Rico. Anybody who's born in Puerto Rico is an American citizen. But we the black sheep of the American citizens, And we don't have the same right as in the States. And I'm not talking just the States, because you got Hawaii, you have Alaska. A lot of people here think that it's because there's racism in it. Oh yeah, we don't like those people because they not American talking English. No, I don't believe that. Because, like I said, we have Hawaii and we got Alaska. So they out of the state, and they have their language. Hawaii has their language, and I don't think it's that. But I'm starting to think, why is it that Puerto Rico is so different? Americans so different. It's being hard for them to give a state. We want to be the 51st state. We have voted 2 times in favor of the state. We have the group, the socialist, Hispanic. Oh, don't think that that's over there now. Use people put some Hispanics there that are socialist, like Ocasio, even though she's not from the Bronx. I heard she's not from the Bronx. She's really from Queens. But she tried to look like she's all poor and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But, how you call it? They are from Puerto Rico. Sorry to say. But the reggaeton guys that sings, the majority are also socialist. And every little thing that happens here, they want to make a fuss about it, and we'll take them out, and blah, 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 blah. Then they go, after they get tired, they break things, they tear things, they put graffitis on the walls, they destroy Puerto Rico. And in the meantime, the economy stays locked up. We lose millions of dollars that way. Like we lost when there was this thing with Rosselló. There was millions of dollars wasted. The store owners couldn't open their stores. Then they had to fix up everything, paint their area and all that stuff. Nobody pays for it. The owners, so what happened? A lot of these workers, a lot of these owners, sometimes need to shut down because they're not having a lot of money like to invest. And these are small business people, and then they mess up their things. They have to pay more. The light here is the highest, and the rents are starting to go up. My daughter pays $700, and it's nothing easy. It's not nothing easy, but I've been thinking and thinking and thinking, why is Puerto Rico the black sheep of the family? And I'm starting to think that it is because they want the Puerto Ricans to go to the state. Right now, there should be close to 6 million Puerto Ricans over there already. Okay, because with Maria, tons of people left. It was 5 million already over there in the States. With this tremor, people are just moving out. Okay? And every time that something happens, Puerto Ricans move out to the state. They get better lives. The cops get a raise. The cops here, they don't make virtually nothing. They get over there, and for the experience, they get good money. So, has anybody asked, what is the problem with Puerto Rico? What? Oh, they is corrupt. That's what Trump says. The government is corrupt, and I agree. I'm not saying it's not true. I agree. But what is he doing about it? Zero. Why doesn't Trump order an investigation on Puerto Rico? Get the crooked people out. Get them out. And let's start working together. But no, we're not working together. Right now it came out in the news that the money that they're asking for, because a lot of people in the island, where the trim is basically hard, they lost their house. They're living out in the street, because they don't want, they scared to, leave things there, and that what's inside that they could salvage, they could take out. But how you call it? It's horrible. It's horrible what they going through. Right now, they have a video that I don't know if I could put the link here, but a video where the day before yesterday, there was raining, pouring, and all their things all got wet. Everything got wet. You know, some people are walking on barefoot because what the little shoes they have, they don't want to, destroy it. So they're going through hard times, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Puerto Rico. But I don't see the government over there caring too much. They're gonna veto. They were working on some money to see if they could reconstruct that. Well, not the house. I don't think they want to. They should move out of there. They should move to the area that there's no earthquake or movement. Like here, I haven't felt not even one. I haven't felt anything. I did feel no, I'm lying. I did feel a little bit next to the stove when my daughter came hysterical, "Ma, this, Ma, that," and she was scared. The kids were scared, so I said, "Look, come over." She came, she relaxed, and then she left. And when she left, I was gonna cook something for me, and I felt very, 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 very light. And I thought it was my imagination because we were talking so much about this earthquake and not earthquake, tremors, that she actually, I thought she put that in my mind. So I called her up on the phone. I said, "Nena, was there a movement?" And she tells me, "Yes, Mom." And I was driving, I got scared. She decided to drive very carefully because of the girls, So she tells me that it's been lighter, It's not as been as that was the one that she ran over here was 6. So you could tell that she was really scared. But like I tell her, why don't you stay here, until all this is over? She says, "Ma, I can't just stay there until all is over." So I know why the government is, I don't know, what I'm feeling, let me say it straight, is that I think that they want all Puerto Ricans to leave, because if anybody who has come to the island has seen that Puerto Rico is a beautiful place. I fell in love with Puerto Rico when I came back as a teenager, and they took me all over the island. It was beautiful. Beautiful. And the bad thing that I felt was that I couldn't go some places, where, the water, the stream of water, but I have seen it through the computer, through the internet. Thank God for the internet. But I haven't enjoyed that because of my disability, of course, like always. So I'm wondering, China wanted to buy Puerto Rico. Trump himself said it. He said no. They were willing to pay the debt that Puerto Rico has and everything. This is what the risk we get. That anybody could come and the government could sell us off like they did in Spain. "Oh, I can't have him no more. Here, take it. And gave a couple of islands and gave a couple of things and this and that. Okay? That's the Paris, I forgot how they call it. It's something about Paris anyway. So, how you call it? This could happen anytime too. Because we just the territory of the United States. We are Americans, but we're not part of. That's what we are. So I ask you, Americans out there, would you enjoy to be in our situation? That anybody that comes from the United States is treated like a colony, like a nobody? We're not asking, I'm telling you, we're not asking just to throw money. We're asking for jobs. We're asking for good education. Right now, the education is stopped. Even though my daughter's not straight where that place is at, they're checking all the schools, and my granddaughter does not have a school until further notice. Okay, my daughter, she's a college degree. She studied criminal justice. So she has the good education, like to give her homeschooling. She's connected with the homeschooling. Okay, she was planning to put her in homeschooling. Then she decided to leave her there because the father didn't want. He wanted her to go to a real school and all this. So, so now she's gonna give her homeschooling, and she's studying business administration at the same time. So it's very hard on her. Even though she's getting herself educated, she still don't have a job because she's been applying for a job, but she don't have a job. So what happens? So she decides to study in the meantime and take care of the kids, the girls. So I've been just hitting in my head, what is that the United States wants to do with Puerto Rico? What is going on? So I started to think, Puerto Rico came out, and they just said it today, the 20th best place to hike on vacation. Okay, I guess that was before the tremors and all that. Now I guess we're not going to be the best. Amazon, I think it was, wanted to come to Puerto Rico. They were planning to put their business here. What happened? We had Maria. I lost what I was earning from YouTube because of that too. So because I didn't make the 4,000, I needed like another 300, I think it was, and I was planning to really go at it to make those 300s. So what happened? Maria took the light, took the water, took everything, and we spent months with no light. No communication, no nothing. No, the communication came like a month later. That's when I finally got to get in touch with my mother. I was able to, after the hurricane, I was able to get in contact with my son. I don't know how. I just prayed and keep pressing those buttons to see who, from the family, who could get the phone and get connected to somebody so they could tell my mom, because my mother's sick. I don't want her to worry about us, to tell her that we were okay. So I was able to do that. So what is going on with Puerto Rico? Why the Americans over there don't want the Americans over here? Not the American. I mean the government, not the Americans. Because I got a lot of friends that they are, they are in favor that we be united. But like they say, we are a territory. We are not part. We of the government, but we're not part of the government. That's how it's listed here. So I'm asking you people, start thinking, why do you think we are separated? Why we're not part of? We just got to go by what the government over there that says, and that's it. Okay, I think I got the answer. Puerto Rico is gorgeous. You got these beaches, you got these hotels that they fancy, and you can have it, they even have for disabled people. And a lot of Americans are coming over here while the Puerto Ricans are going over there. Is it because they want to take over? It is because not the Americans, I'm talking about the rich Americans, they want to take over Puerto Rico? I'm wondering, because if we're not part of the United States, we are territory. That's it, a territory. American in a territory. Their territory. American not treated the same. American that when they do need to go to war, oh yes, we are American. When they need something, yes, we are American. Full flesh, oh yeah, full flesh, die for us. Ain't that good? So I want the American people to know what Puerto Rico is going through, because it hurts my heart the way we are treated. I asked the people in the states, please help us fight to be the state 51. We have the right. We are American citizen. Hello, everybody out there. We are American. We are born in this island, American. But yet, we don't have the rights of the Americans. I'm not protesting that we don't want to pay taxes. Heck, I'd rather pay the United States tax than over here. We had 11%, something like that. You know, it was 14. I think they loaded down. Bajo Rosselló, it was loaded down. So, come on. They put this guy, this thing, I forgot what they call it, promesa. I don't see what the heck they're doing. All they're doing is raising this, raising that. You got to pay more. You got to pay more. The people can't take it. People are losing their jobs. The people are losing their house. They can't take it. So I'm asking the Americans over there, as an American from there too, to help Puerto Rico. Protest for that we could get be a state 51. You know, it's not fair. I think we are the only American who's separated. The only Americans. I don't know no other country, no other island that is American citizen and they are treated this way. And it hurts me because I came to Puerto Rico. I didn't know none of this, what was going on. But now I do. Now I do. And I'm talking through the internet about this. I participate in politics. You know, I am pro-American. I am pro-Statehood 51. And I ask everybody, please talk. If anybody could get close to the president, I would love for you to send him this video. Please. So God bless you all. Until next time. Bye-bye.